fuck up this client. That's what that meant.
Meaning he was like he
A big
wanted
deal.
things a certain way.
No, man, he was a big deal. We took care of him no matter
Wow.
what he wanted.
I just look, there's a lot, I have said for years, I don't understand PK and Dorit's finances. That's me. I don't understand it. I'm sorry. I never will. I understand Mauricio Umansky. He owns the agency. I understand where the dollars come from. I don't understand it. So now there's this report that Dorit and PK, they had this claim. They're being sued, about this flood that apparently happened when they were away. And there's an insurance claim. People are saying, well, you also got robbed. And when you're robbed and your stuff is stolen, quote unquote, there's an insurance claim.
File an insurance claim. Yeah, there's a lot of insurance claims. I'm curious who their insurance carrier is and if they've dropped them.
Right. And, Dorit did, now it came out that she's also being sued she had some work done. And I guess you get out, you recover at home, you hire a nurse. She wanted to recover with a private nurse after some surgery. We all get plastic surgery. Hello. Although I just have, the normal stuff, but she had someone at home. She didn't pay the nurse, the rumor allegedly. So now she owes like $8,000. So, are these,
that, to get the stories to not come out about something like so kind of embarrassing, like pay the woman.
Kind of.
Why would you want that story floating around? First of all, there's stories there. She doesn't pay her bills and she gets plastic surgery over and over. Do you know what I mean? Like who wants that kind of press? I don't know.
I have never met a group of people other than housewives that apparently just hire people and decide they don't want to pay their bills. I literally, I don't understand. I hire someone, the bill comes, I'm pissed, and then I pay it. It's a very simple process. I'm like, I thought this would be 6,000. It's 8,000. Fuck my life. Okay.
Yeah, there's something that you can negotiate sometimes. That's a different story, but just not paying it is a problem.
So, where are you on this? Do you think there's some, listen, I have to come face to face with these people. And then I always feel bad when I say things, but I have to be honest to this audience. I don't understand where their numbers come from. And there's a lot of insurance claims. Is there any?
I think a lot of people don't understand where their money comes from. It's really none of our business, but it is our business when they've chosen to be on a show and claim that they have such a big life, bigger than most people's. And then when they treat people badly because of it, or they get into trouble because they're lying, that's when it all falls apart, right? That's when it doesn't seem smart. It's when it seems like it's a fraud. PK's always been litigious, and I don't know. It's not really transparent what he does. Representing Pele, representing
Boy George.
How much money are you really making from that? I don't know. But he did come from a position of being a big businessman in London, had a lot of money. Don't forget though, he did get a divorce and had to pay child support and alimony for 3 kids. It takes a lot to now then support a new wife and 2 kids and this lifestyle. You have to be making a lot of money. And she doesn't just dress from Intermix. She buys, over the top things, wears them once, and then, and she's claimed that she buys the real items like Gucci, Prada, whatever she's wearing, Louis Vuitton. These are not cheap items. So, she's not getting them for free either.
She's 100% not getting it for free. I've said that on the show a million times. It's real. It is real. But it's like shirt, shoes, coat. It's like Vuitton from head to toe, a Balmain from head to toe. Good. Yeah. The numbers on the outfits with everything else, just to me, don't add up. I just think, listen, I've never had an insurance claim in my life. If I had one, that's the point of having insurance. But a flood and then a robbery, I think it's weird.
A flood that the claim is about your mistake. They left the water running in their daughter's room and it flooded the house. Now, I get that's why you have insurance, but to then, there's a lot of blame going around. It sounds like that's partly their fault. So we'll see what happens. Again, you and I have different perspectives on reality TV and the media. I believe that you can't believe everything you read. And then there are people that do.
I believe you can't believe everything you read.
Yeah. But I'm a lot of your listeners. But the other thing is like, you can't believe what you read, but also there are people that put the narrative out because they want things believed a certain ways. Like maybe the Kim and Kyle, what was his name?
Kroy,
excuse me. Kim and Kroy story where they put it out that they were getting a divorce. Although I actually don't believe that was fake. I actually think that they did file that they did want to do it, and something made them reconcile for the public. So I think getting back together is a move for the public.
Really?
They realize that they're going to make more money doing it that way.
They just,
I think they're in a bad place with each other for sure. And, you know, it always ends up, the truth will always come out. So I think that they will file for divorce again eventually.
you think that's interesting. You think the exact opposite. I mean, they just asked Nene Leakes this week if she thought it was fake, and she's like, I don't. I think the exact opposite of you. I think the whole breakup was totally fake and totally staged. And now that they realize nobody's buying your reality show because your life is just such a mess, that they're like, well, we really do love each other. I don't understand how you can. This was going to be one of the most like toxic divorces in history.
They've said a lot of awful things about each other in the press. You can't come back.
Horrible.
Yeah.
But that's why I think it was all bullshit.
I don't believe that. No.
Really?
I just don't believe that. I don't believe you're going to say stuff like that in the press about the person that you do love secretly. It's too toxic.
Yeah, but if you're both in on it and you're just fame whores who want $1, and I believe they really need the fucking money, that they're broke as a joke and they thought this was their way back on reality TV.
Maybe somebody said to them, if you get back together, we'll give you a show about you reconciling. Maybe they're going to be on a marriage boot camp and they needed the $100,000 from that. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We're totally opposite on that. Before we move on to a divorce that I think is not staged, or a separation, Kyle and Mauricio, was PK a good kisser?
To be honest with you, I couldn't remember, but I will tell you when I finally crossed over that boundary of just us being friends, because it took me a year. I was not into him like that at all, but I fell in love with him because of his personality. He's got a great personality. So, yeah, I mean, I assume he was. I don't really remember, but I cared for him greatly when I was with him. He really is. He is.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
And you found yourself somehow able to be attracted to him. I'm not trying to be mean.
Because of his personality, for sure. He was great. And I will say I developed an accent when I was with him.
Well, apparently Dorit has also.
I know. But because he has such a thick accent, you want to talk like this because you're like, PK, what, you know?
Is that how you talked?
Yeah. It was like, PK, when are you coming to see me?
I would have liked to have been friends with you then, man.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Raquel. You could tell.
Listen, I'm with this whole new identity, and I'm comparing you to a 28-year-old. So there you go. I don't think Kyle and Mauricio's whole thing is staged at all. First of all, I always say this. I think Kyle is the second most protected housewife in the history of housewives. She's not getting fired from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kyle cares so much about, unlike me, Kyle cares what people think. There is a well-crafted narrative that she wants to put out to the world. And I'm not criticizing that. I don't believe people are like, oh, fake news. Just because Kyle and Mauricio, and now Kyle has also made a statement that she's on 1 year of sobriety. I believe that.
I called that, remember?